Imagine the 49ers offense, rock solid at quarterback, elite at tight end, but in desperate need of a dynamic wide receiver to pull defenses apart. Now picture Amari Cooper, one of the NFL's most consistent route runners, 5-time Pro Bowler, and still just 30, lining up out wide in red and gold. This isn't just a dream conjured up by hopeful fans or speculative analysts. It's a realistic roster move, given the 49ers' cap flexibility and Cooper's current free agent status. Tonight, we'll break down why now might be the perfect time for San Francisco to land one of the most coveted receivers on the market, and how that could be a game-changer for their Super Bowl hopes. The 49ers' cap space and unfinished offseason business. The 49ers front office has already made bold moves this offseason, locking in franchise cornerstones, quarterback Brock Purdy, linebacker Fred Warner, and tight end George Kittle. With these deals done, some might think the heavy lifting is over, but the NFL's sharpest teams never let themselves get comfortable. According to OverTheCap.com, San Francisco holds the third most effective salary cap space in the league, putting them in a unique position among contenders. While many teams are scrambling to stay under financial constraints, the 49ers can still take calculated risks and make short-term splashes to address immediate weaknesses. And that spotlight now shines directly on the wide receiver group, a unit still lacking a true separator and deep threat as we approach the heart of training camp. Evaluating the current wide receiver room, let's take stock of what San Francisco has and what they're missing. Brandon Ayuk, their projected number 1 receiver, is still rehabbing after tearing 3 knee ligaments just under a year ago. Reports suggest even the most optimistic timelines have him at less than full strength until at least 2026. Meanwhile, Demarcus Robinson, who brought a spark last season, faces an early season suspension that leaves his status in doubt. The steady Juwan Jennings worked his way up to being the leading receiver a year ago, but he wins more with physicality than with quick separation or elite route running. In short, the 49ers have depth, experience, and toughness, but are missing the precise technician who can win one-on-one and open up the field for Purdy, Kittle, and their potent run game. Against defenses in the playoffs, that gap only becomes more glaring. Why Amari Cooper is the ideal fit. Step into Amari Cooper's shoes for a moment. 10 years in the league, only 30 years old, and already 5 Pro Bowl nods to his name. He's outperformed most wideouts of his era, and despite a down year in 2024, marked mostly by nagging injuries, he remains one of the NFL's best at creating space and shaking defenders with surgical precision. What makes Cooper even more intriguing for the 49ers is how his value has stayed high even as situations changed around him. According to Mo Moton at Bleacher Report, Cooper's catch rate made a massive leap after he landed in Buffalo, jumping from 45.3% with the Browns to 62.5% with the Bills. That bump was a direct result of better quarterback play, and, crucially, Cooper's ability to adjust, communicate, and thrive even when being targeted in tight windows. If Brock Purdy continues his steady rise as a distributor who values timing and accuracy, Cooper could once again look like a 1,000-yard receiver, maybe even more, considering how Kyle Shanahan loves to move receivers around and scheme them open. The value of competition, raising everyone's game signing. Amari Cooper isn't about relegating anyone to the bench. Instead, it's about fostering real, healthy competition in the receiver room, giving Ayuk time to fully recover, letting Robinson focus on his strengths, and forcing Jennings and the younger receivers to raise their play is exactly what championship teams do. Imagine training camp battles where Cooper sets the tone with crisp, relentless routes, showing young prospects what it takes, day in and day out, to be a top threat. Iron sharpens iron, and even 1 year of Cooper's mentorship could speed up development for the likes of Danny Gray, Ronnie Bell, and other potential breakout players. Financial flexibility. Why a 1-year deal makes sense. Cooper isn't looking for a long-term commitment. He wants the right situation to showcase his skills and chase another playoff run. For the 49ers, a 1-year deal is the best of both worlds. It lets the team test drive a proven veteran without blocking the development of Ayuk, or risking long-term cap headaches if injuries or decline appear. Given the team's financial position, they can even front-load incentives or offer a slightly higher base than rival suitors. This is the type of savvy, low-risk signing that championship rosters make late in the offseason. Veteran savvy and playoff experience. Still relevant, don't overlook Cooper's intangible qualities. A calm leader in the locker room, a steady hand in tough third-down situations, and a player who's faced the NFL's toughest defenders for a decade. He can help Purdy identify defensive looks before the snap, serves as a role model for work ethic, and won't shy away from the big moment when the playoffs arrive. In a year where the NFC is wide open and injuries lurk around every corner, having depth and composure at wide receiver could be the key to navigating a deep playoff run. When you line it all up, the cap space, the urgent need for separation, the value of competition, and Cooper's proven production, the logic is simple. Why wouldn't the 49ers take this shot? A one-year deal is virtually risk-free, gives the offense a much-needed jolt, and keeps the franchise's championship window wide open. Now it's your turn to weigh in. Would you pull the trigger and bring Amari Cooper to the Bay for a season? Or do you trust the current crop of receivers to rise to the occasion? Drop your thoughts in the comments below, and if you found this analysis helpful, hit that like button to support our channel. Your engagement keeps our in-depth NFL coverage coming all year long. Stay tuned for more exclusive news, rumors, and 49ers content. Because this offseason, every move could be the difference between heartbreak and hoisting a Lombardi.